Just because she has a label for your behavior does not mean she understands you. Remember that, because modern dating is filled with people who know the language of healing, but not the practice of love. They know how to say boundary. They know how to say narcissist. They know how to say avoidant. They know how to say gaslighting. They know how to say emotional labor. They know how to say trauma response. They know how to say unsafe. But a person can memorize therapy language and still have no emotional maturity. Any person can call everything a boundary while trying to control you. A person can accuse you of being unsafe because you disagreed with them. A person can call you avoidant because you needed space. A person can call you narcissistic because you would not give them what they wanted. A person can say you're gaslighting them because you remember the conversation differently. This is the danger of weaponized therapy language. It sounds wise. It sounds clinical. It sounds morally superior. But in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. And men are experiencing this more than they want to admit. A man tries to explain himself. She says he is being defensive. A man disagrees. She says he is invalidating her feelings. A man asks for accountability. She says he is attacking her. A man sets a standard. She says he is insecure. Every word he says can be used against him. Every emotion he shows can be reinterpreted. Every boundary he sets can be called control. Every reaction he has can be turned into proof that he is the problem. And that is when a man needs to understand something. A woman who wants to love you will try to understand you. A woman who wants power over you will try to label you. There is a massive difference. Understanding requires humility. Labeling requires certainty. Understanding says, help me see what is happening inside you. Labeling says, I already know what is wrong with you. Understanding creates closeness. Labeling creates hierarchy. Understanding makes room for your humanity. Labeling turns you into a diagnosis. And once a woman turns you into a diagnosis, she no longer has to meet you as a person. She does not have to ask why you are quiet. You are avoidant. She does not have to ask why you are hurt. You are insecure. She does not have to ask why you pulled away. You are emotionally unavailable. She does not have to ask why you have standards. You are controlling. The label gives her permission to stop being curious, and love cannot survive where curiosity dies. That is the part men need to hear. Women can be attracted to you and still not respect you. She can want your attention and still not understand you. She can want your provision and still resent your authority. She can want your strength and still punish your emotions. She can want your masculinity when it benefits her, and call it toxic when it limits her. So do not ask, does she like me? Ask, can she understand me? Can she hold my truth without turning it into ammunition? Can she hear my pain without making it about herself? Can she respect my boundaries without calling them insecurity? Can she disagree without diagnosing me? Can she be upset without rewriting my character? Because that is where many men get trapped. They think that love is proven by chemistry, but it is not. They think love is proven by attraction. It is not. They think love is proven by sex. It is not. Love is proven by how someone handles your humanity when it inconveniences them. That is the test. Anyone can praise you when you are useful. Anyone can desire you when you are strong. Anyone can admire you when you are winning. But what happens when you are tired? What happens when you need silence? What happens when you disagree? What happens when you say no? What happens when you're not performing the version of masculinity that benefits her? That is when you find out what she really sees. Does she see a man? Or does she see a resource? Does she see a partner? Or does she see a project? Does she see your boundaries? Or does she see obstacles to her control? Because the wrong woman does not want to know you. She wants to manage you. She wants your strength without your standards, your provision without your authority, your vulnerability without your complexity, your loyalty without your conditions, your masculinity without your needs. And when you resist that role, she labels you. That is the pattern. The label appears when obedience ends. The moment you stop giving unlimited access, you become avoidant. The moment you stop funding the fantasy, you become selfish. The moment you stop accepting disrespect, you become insecure. The moment you stop chasing, you become emotionally unavailable. The moment you choose yourself, you become the villain. This is why a man needs discernment. Not every emotional conversation is manipulation. Not every woman who uses therapy language is weaponizing it. Not every criticism is an attack. Sometimes men are wrong, sometimes men are immature, sometimes men need to grow. But growth requires truth, not shame, not labels, not character assassination disguised as healing language. Any good woman will challenge you without degrading you. She will tell you the truth without trying to own you. She will care about your inner world, not just how your behavior affects her. She will ask questions, she will listen, she will study you. And when she does not understand, she will not immediately reach for a label. That is rare. And because it is rare, a man must stop giving intimate access to women who have not earned it. Your inner world is not public property. Your vulnerability is not a free sample. Your pain is not content for someone else's self-righteousness. Your honesty is not something to hand to people who collect weapons. So before you open up, observe. How does she handle no? How does she handle frustration? How does she talk about men from her past? Does every ex have a diagnosis? Was every man before you a narcissist, avoidant, abusive, insecure, or emotionally unavailable? If every man in her past was the villain, understand what role is waiting for you. Because one day, if you stop serving the fantasy, you will receive your label too. And when that day comes, do not argue with the label. Watch the pattern, then walk. Because the right woman will not need to shrink you into a diagnosis to feel safe. She will not need to make you the villain to avoid self-reflection. She will not use your vulnerability as evidence. She will not ask for your heart and then punish you for having one. A woman who wants power will label you. A woman who wants love will study you. Choose the woman who will study you.